Aliens. They've existed for many, many decades. Maybe even longer. We're not sure because we've been arguing over this question of whether or not we've been alone in the universe for far too long. And my guests here tonight are going to be here to convince everybody that aliens exist. All right, so tonight with me, as always, Keisha.
Hi, I am the alien on the show, so nice to meet you guys. I come in pieces.
Well, I'm glad that you're somewhat alive and somewhat well, but if at any point you feel the need to leave, please don't be afraid that you're holding us back, okay?
Oh no, we're good. We're good.
All right. So Johnny really wanted to join us on this conversation. So Johnny, unmute yourself.
I come with snacks. You always have to bring snacks when you're in the treehouse.
I always seem to forget my snacks.
The best snack, Elmer's glue.
Holly not recommended. Please,
I mean, it
do
is
not
nice
sniff or eat glue.
It's got a nice texture.
So our guests in the green room right now, they're going, who in the world are these weird, crazy people? Now, Keisha, wait, I gotta know. Were you one of those kids that ate glue?
I did lots of things with glue, but yes, continue with the show. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I called it a rabbit hole instead of a Yeti hole. I am disappointed in myself. It's Scotch tape time.
COVID has fried your brain. Or are you just eating bugs again?
Which kind? Because the last bug I ate was, I think, an ant. Not great. Not highly recommended.
No, not even deep fried or chocolate covered? I hear chocolate covered ants are pretty good. It's like Rice Krispies.
I've been a vegetarian/vegan for 15 years now, so I don't remember what most things taste like. Probably dirt. Yummy dirt? I don't know. Dirt that moves around in your mouth.
You know, it's funny because
we should probably bring up our guest.
I have sinus
before
issues,
it goes a little bit.
And every time my husband's like, "Do you smell this? Do you smell that?" I was like, "No." But yes, let's bring up our guest, Patrick. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Don.
Hi, Don. What's up, forewarning, this show gets weird.
You guys eat bugs.
Too late.
Shit.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I have.
I don't judge.
Hey, everything's better with chocolate on it. Ants, grasshoppers.
Fun fact, I don't like chocolate. So I don't
agree. You're fired.
Yeah, see you guys. It was nice knowing you. See ya.
I think that alien was going after some chocolate.
Bye.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah. I've heard of people being allergic to chocolate, and I'm just like, wait, that exists?
Oh no, I'm not allergic. I just no. Any chocolate is horrible. Dark chocolate's even worse. So.
Oh my gosh, dark chocolate is my favorite. It tastes like chalk.
No. You're the wrong kind of dark chocolate.
Oh, I love
dark chocolate.
I
is
ate some earlier.
Delicious.
It is beautiful. Yes.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna offend the chocolate aficionados.
Here we go.
Because my favorite chocolate is the most generic chocolate on the planet, Hershey's milk chocolate. I love it.
I do
milk
love
chocolate
Hershey's.
all the way. Yeah.
No. Hell no, actually. That makes me gag. Like, you make a s'more, you put some Hershey's chocolate on it, ruins the whole
beautiful. S'more. It is beautiful.
Okay, sure, people, sure.
Please.
Okay, so
how's it s'more without chocolate?
Here, I don't eat meat or animal products, so I use vegan marshmallows as it is. So my taste buds are probably a little bit different than most people's.
Wait.
I was just gonna say, aren't marshmallows already vegan?
They are not vegan, guys. They
what
are
do you
not.
mean? They killed a bunch of gerbils?
Well, no, because they're made with milk products, right?
No, it's worse than that. You know what? Just
It's
keep
hamster
your
milk.
marshmallows, guys.
Oh wait, are marshmallows gelatin?
Yes.
Are they made of gelatin? And gelatin is made of ground up, powderized, pulverized bones.
Super yummy stuff, guys. Keep eating it.
I love Jell-O. There's always room for Jell-O.
I wouldn't have the body that I have right now if it weren't for cows. Okay.
I love all this alien talk we're talking about right now, guys.
Listen, I've been on like a dozen podcasts in the last week. This is my favorite one. We just started. This is great, guys. High five.
So we have these things called train tracks, and we do not stay on them whatsoever. We
That's
have
good.
no. It's just it gets a little crazy here. I break the internet when I get on it. I know it's my fault because I've met myself. Yeah, and but I'm here. Also, I have no idea how my water got green paint on it.
Because it's not water, Keisha. That's NyQuil.
Yes, nice. Wow.
Oh, so Don, you weren't here. I have COVID. So like,
that's nice
I'm
of you.
Super
it's
great
very American.
Right now.
Very American of you. Yeah.
Thank you. I tried my hardest. I was gonna wear a mask, but then you didn't get to see this beautiful.
Isn't that hysterical too? When people do Zoom meetings and they have a mask on during the Zoom, I'm like, who are you protecting?
I wish I had one right now.
I mean, I've got my daughter's sock,
but at the same time, you know, I do have this mask because everybody's sus.
Well, because Willow, you're in Canada, where now the government has declared a state of emergency because of the trucker protest.
My state is currently trying to get mask mandates removed. So,
yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We don't do
let's
politics.
not do that.
Willow, keep us on track. We're like, here are the train tracks. We're like way
we're like
miles away.
Look at my Yeti.
Yeah, you guys are like riding the unicycle off of the train. Like it's not even a train at this point. You're on the unicycle.
You know, we
Pat,
don't have.
Pat, I love you, buddy. Just so you know, let's be
Our
clear.
unicycle is broken. So Eli is like,
yeah, the
guys,
one wheel's
aliens.
flat. Like that.
They run the show. I'm just here just for the looks.
I am here for. Why am I here, guys? I'm not sure.
Because you're the weirdest person on the planet. And
are you?
She is. She really is. And
shit.
Hey, listen to this.
Okay.
Eli says there's this movie called Mad Heidi, and one of the torture methods the villain does is waterboarding via hot chocolate or cheese.
That sounds like my dream.
I was sign me up.
Wait. Are you married?
She is. But she's a Mormon.
Bummer. Oh, a Mormon? That doesn't count then. I can be another husband in this.
No, are you a Jehovah's Witness? Which one is it?
Not a Jehovah's Witness. Remember, they are the ones that turned me down and told me they weren't coming back to my house.
That's right. You are a Mormon. You wear the magic underwear in temple. Okay.
Oh,
this guy.
Welcome to Cryptid.
This guy is.
The Mormons do believe in aliens, though, don't they?
Probably not.
Yes.
Oh, they do?
Yes. There is stuff on. Yeah, it's part of. Yeah.
Our
founding is actually based on an alien.
I have a Mormon Bible. I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Well, it's in the
I have
Mormon
a stack
Bible.
of Mormon Bibles right here if you guys want me to send you them.
Yeah. My
they
address is 909 Alabama Street, Deer Lodge, Montana. I'm expecting your Mormon Bible in the mail.
Go. Joseph Smith is an alien. That's how the
Okay,
religion starts.
909 Alabama Street. What? Huh?
Actually, I'm having second thoughts. Sorry, I couldn't hear you there. It broke up.
It's okay. No. So I consider myself eclectic. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So I'm gonna keep talking. So yeah, let's aliens, guys. How you doing with that? I myself am an alien. So
Are you
let's
Arcturian?
discuss.
Are you reptilian? Are you from the fifth dimension? Or what?
I can't tell you that.
Why? It's not sacred.
Just
We're not
wait till
Jerry
I
Springer.
blink. You know why I wear
Oh,
glasses?
I'm watching. Because you kill a bunch of souls with your Mormonism.
Yes, that is why.
Noted.
Willow, Patrick is regretting his decision. To
Yeah,
be on the
Pat's
show. I
like,
can tell.
shit, I could be on jury duty right now and be way better off.
okay.
By
this
the way, guys,
podcast.
It's okay,
I've gotten out of jury duty 5 times.
We'll
Because you're an alien.
That's not a surprise.
We'll
'Cause you're
have
an
Dawn
alien?
and Patrick on Will's Pillow Talk for more serious talk.
Yeah, more serious talk. Willow. Okay. So yeah, aliens, guys. Let's talk aliens. I've got this beautiful, like, look at this cutie right here. This is my
yeah.
brother.
Wait. We can't see that. There we go.
He looks just like you.
Thank you.
That was the compliment, but you're welcome.
All right,
Guys.
so
I need
where
more
do you
NyQuil.
guys want to start with this? Do we want to talk
Let
about
me. I'll start.
Dawn's
No.
alien encounter, or
Let me
Go
start
right.
because this is way too fun for me.
okay.
How long have you guys had this podcast?
A year.
Almost
1
a
year.
year to crunch, yes. But Back of the Cereal Box has been around for a year, yeah.
Awesome. What's the number one rated podcast you guys have had in the last year? Do you have one that sticks
Episode.
out?
That's a good question.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? I stalk our YouTube, and I think the one with the most is Ice Cream Queens when we did our Halloween episode.
Yeah, either that one or Cosplay Cafe has 24,000 views on that one. And then after that,
A lot of half-naked women. Apparently, people like that stuff.
Sex sells. Sex
yeah.
sells.
And
It's
then
unfortunate.
oddly enough, the third highest rated is live from Bowls and Spoons Cereal Bar in Charleston, West Virginia.
Nice.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I like this little back history.
Well, so
Good.
Don and Patrick, I guess Willow didn't really introduce the premise of the show, so I
ahead.
will, since I own the
Oh,
network.
yeah, I guess that's a thing. Let's get into it.
So Back in the Cereal Box is the podcast network, and it's all about recapturing the fun of the Saturday mornings of our youth. And this show is a spin-off, and it's one of the flavors of cereal that we enjoy on the weekends, Cryptid Crunch, where we talk about cryptids and paranormal and aliens and extraterrestrial encounters.
And way too much about Keisha's past.
Wait, you're Keisha? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good times,
But
guys.
like I said earlier, like I am somewhat the skeptic of when it comes to certain topics. Aliens definitely is not one of them, because
You're not
aliens.
skeptic.
I you know what? We cannot be the only intelligent beings on this
I
planet,
pray
or like
to
the universe,
Hebus
because
that we are not the only intelligent people, because
humans
we are
not that
great at the
intelligent.
things.
Humans aren't my favorite species at all, so I agree.
Exactly. I actually tell people that if I were to ever eat meat again, it would probably be human over animal.
So you're a cannibal. You're a cannibal. is what
Bye,
you're
Johnny.
saying.
I already scared Johnny away.
Yeah, he hung up. He's like, no, I'm out. Like,
Devices not
Oh.
connected. Wait,
Johnny, remember, you're the one that invited me to this show. Like,
why? Why would you do that?
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn down my microphone a little bit.
Yeah, your microphone's a little aggressive. Not gonna
Well,
lie. I'm a Montana
it's
boy.
it's too
Hey.
far away from me.
I'm sensing a lot of toxic masculinity from you, John.
Don't
Okay,
do that.
Let's try that. How's
Okay.
that?
there we go.
That's better.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's perfect.
That's good.
That's
You're
fine.
good.
Yeah, it's
on
2
point.
feet away from me, and it's on the lowest setting.
There we go.
All right, so
I'll
we
make my
invited
mic closer so it doesn't. That way, it feels like everybody's really loud.
we invited Don and Patrick here on our show because, well, Patrick is a filmmaker, and Don actually had an interesting alien encounter. So please talk to us about this.
Oh, wow. All right. You want me to dive into this right now?
Yes,
or you want me to
please,
wait?
Don.
You want me to build this up or no?
I mean, let's just jump into it, guys. We have no shame.
As I can tell from our first 20 minutes on this, this picture has kind of set my career in the paranormal into complete outer space. No pun intended here. I went up to check this trail cam. Are you guys familiar with trail cameras?
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody is. I'll throw it for the listeners real quick. It's a motion triggered camera system that when something walks in front of it, it takes its picture. It's a scouting tool for hunting. I was a guide for 10 years, so I used them religiously. I have 120 cameras out, especially when this picture was taken. I had about 120 in this particular area. I had about 30, I'd say. I put lithium batteries into my camera. Came back 2 months later. When I got to my camera, it was completely dead, which is very uncharacteristic. They go for at least a year, or you could fill the SD card up long before it would die. Download the pictures. There was only like 100 or so, few deer, elk, bear. I get to the last 3 pictures. And the first picture, it was set for 3 pictures per trigger. It was that picture you just showed, and the next 2 were completely blanked out. And then the batteries were dead. Camera was dead. Downloaded the pictures, looked at that one, and I thought, boy, that's just creepy. Yeah. I don't even like looking at it on this podcast even. I still don't. I that
enjoy
picture.
It completely. I love it.
Good. I don't. That's not
Was
my
that
jam.
taken in your backyard, Keisha?
There is a good chance. If y'all didn't see the show, I was on Stupid O'Clock last night, and they actually went down the Yeti hole that is my house, and they were like, if you guys want to know exactly where I live, go check out Stupid O'Clock, because they like legit showed my house, how to get there, everything.
No. Hey, I'll sign up for podcast, but not on that deal because I'm the weird alien guy. You know,
but I live out in the middle of nowhere. Like my closest neighbors are several miles down the road.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Hills have good.
Yes. It's Children of the Corn out here, all the way around, and I enjoy every second of it. Yeah. So
Yikes.
my daughter, she's the one screaming in the background. If you guys hear her, sorry about that. But
she's out picking corn.
Last week she told me that when she grows up, she wants to be an angel so she can go up into the sky and be with the aliens. And I was like, I am so proud of you right now.
Oh, I would have put her up for adoption. My daughter would say that to me, but it's just different mindset.
So, are we talking about West Virginia here?
So I did live in West Virginia, honestly.
Shocker.
I live in Illinois now. No,
I lived everywhere.
I did. I've lived in like every state.
I used to live in Pennsylvania. We went across West Virginia.
I used to live in Pennsylvania too.
Where at?
Okay, let me see. Canova. That's West Virginia. It's by Pittsburgh. What is it?
Cannonsburg.
No, it's like
that's where my grandma lives.
It had Acmatonia.
Pat, you know that one?
Acmatonia. There's the thing with Pittsburgh. There's a lot of different little townships.
You know, there's more towns per capita in Pennsylvania than any other state in the country.
Is there? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I lived in Pittsburgh for 2 years, and I was just gonna say when I went through West Virginia, it was a different world, different ball game in that state.
West Virginia, yes. That is, if I ever leave Illinois, I would love to go back to West Virginia. That's where I graduated I graduated from Pennsylvania. Okay, so I was in one of my schools in West Virginia, and all of my best friends still live there. I love them, and I will go back one day. But Wayne, West Virginia. Y'all know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wayne.
So I went to Spring Valley senior high school. I think that's what it's called. Something like that.
Trippy. It took you, what, 6 years to graduate or what?
No, I actually graduated early.
5 years. Good.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, I actually graduated when I was only 16. So I faked my transcripts and ended up graduating from high school twice. I graduated from a high school in Pennsylvania, and then I graduated from a high school in Texas because I was bored, didn't want to go to college yet. And I was living on my own at 16. So what was I going to do?
We're at in Texas.
Oh my gosh. Where? Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to go get my. No, so I'm gonna have to go get my
We'll need a
diploma.
map.
I know. So when I tell you that I have lived in almost every state, I have quite literally almost lived in every state. I did not go to Hawaii. My mom lived there for a while. She invited me out there. I did not go. I regret that, by the way. But so it's very hard for me to keep track of all of the places that I've lived.
In Texas, were you close to Wichita Falls?
No.
Do you know where Wichita Falls is?
Kind of. If I saw it on a map, I'd know where it is. I'm gonna Google this now.
Well, I'm not gonna story tell time now because that. But all right, good.
So, Don, about your alien.
Yes, alien. Let's get back on track.
I lost my virginity when I was 15. Oh, wait. What's this podcast?
Really?
about?
Mine was 13. Go for it, Don.
Well, I was 15. You were 13. It was a truck stop. It was dark.
Keisha, what are you doing?
I still cry at night over it.
You gotta he won't stop if you don't let him stop. He'll just keep going.
Yetis. Okay, aliens. Let's go for
aliens. Pictures.
Yes. So you got these pictures.
Yeah, what do you three, not Pat, you don't count here. What do you three think about that picture? Initial reaction.
So, this is Johnny. I am a paranormal investigator. So my initial reaction would be that if it is not a real person, that based on its just blurriness and whatnot, I might take an EMF detector out in the field and see what happened, or do some research and see what kind of Civil War battles were fought there. That would be my first inclination.
Okay.
And I've had that suggested to me actually not too long ago about taking the EMF. We haven't taken the EMF thing up there before, have we?
I don't want to go back, so I think we will.
Do it. Come on, Don. I need to know. I would so do it.
Wow.
When
you guys come to Montana? Shoot.
I mean,
I'd be willing.
Let
Willow,
me see
what
when
do you
I'm
think about
free.
that picture?
I want to know the circumstances of why the trail cams were up. Like, were you guys partying? Were you guys hunting?
Okay. That's a valid question. I've got that one a lot. Let's let Miss 13-year-old virginity go and tell it what you think it was.
Okay, so I 100% believe that we have other creatures among us, because I'm a strong believer that we are not the only entities on the planet. Just personally, I know we aren't.
Okay.
So I would like to think it's something, but there is a photographer standpoint. I do photography, that I want to take this picture and I want to confuggle the poo out of it and see if I can get anything from it. So I don't curse, guys.
Me neither.
Oh, fuck that. I fucking swear in my sleep.
No F-bombs on our show, Don.
Oh, shit. I mean, damn. I'm bad at this
so
game.
the words I use are poop, darn, and heckin', and pickle paste. So use those to your discretion.
Staying on track.
But yes, So, I kind of want to manipulate the photo and see what I can do with it.
Okay,
just because I think that would
point.
be fun. Just to see if I can get it focused and
Okay.
see if I can see anything. But it would be nice to think that it is something otherworldly because I like creepy stuff, guys.
Who doesn't? Who
Well,
doesn't?
and
Right?
as someone who has seen frequent UFOs, I
Mhm.
actually saw a UFO escorted by 4 Black Hawk helicopters in formation. I talked
Creepy.
about it on the
Nice.
Art Bell show.
Creepy.
And as someone who's seen those things, I would like to believe that that photo could be an alien, but it looks more, I don't know, it looks more spectral to me.
Okay. That's fair.
And I do question the blurriness. Why do we have a hard time getting such clear pictures of the paranormal?
Because they don't want to be
I'm so
seen,
glad that you
Johnny.
asked that, John.
Johnny,
think,
they don't want to be seen.
John, you should tell the other part of this is I'll wait in here a little bit. His camera takes 3 photos, like when it's triggered with it's like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, really, really fast.
Yeah.
So it
took-
took with this photo, then blacked out the other. So the thing was going so fast. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I have 120 cameras. I've been a guide for 10 years. I set all my cameras to 3 pictures per trigger. So it took that picture, and the next 2 were completely blacked out. There was nothing, there was no part after that one, and then the camera was dead. That's the other part I get to here, is
Wow.
and the one part that really gets people is after it took that picture, the camera has never taken another picture. It doesn't work anymore. I put new batteries in it, and it just glitches.
See,
You put it
also,
on any setting.
as someone who does paranormal investigations, that's a very common phenomenon with
Bingo.
ghostly energy.
Bingo.
Just last night, I had a piece of equipment fritz out right at the same time that one of the girls had her hand touched. And you know, so we see that happen all the time in the paranormal world. So that's another path that leads me that way. But why do you guys think it's an alien?
So I'll weigh in here really quick because I kind of like your perspective a little bit. One of the stories I did for this film was it was not just about aliens; it was about aliens, paranormal activity, bizarre murders and crimes in this town. A lot of bizarre energy, and going back to what you were saying, John, about like a old Civil War battlefield or something like that. Interesting you say that because I did some research, and there's a lot of rumors and things that this town, this is up in the mountains above this town. This town was founded on a Native American massacre burial site. There's people called the Métis people that lived here before a lot of European settlers got here, and they kind of in history books they kind of just disappeared off the face of the planet. And there's no explanation for where they went or anything. And all of a sudden, these big European settlers settled here, and like the entire town's like 100% like white, pretty much. It's like, well, where did these Native American people go? Because they just disappeared. So a lot of people had rumors that there was some kind of conflict here, and there was a massacre of some kind, which isn't that uncommon if you follow like a lot of Native American massacres and stuff in the state of Montana. It's happened quite a bit, and there's actually grave sites down the road from here that kind of back that up quite a bit. So I think that energy is circulated throughout the town and into the mountains and everything else. And there also was a state prison here, or there's still a state prison here, and there was a huge riot, and a bunch of people died in that thing. And you have that energy of everything happened in the prison, and that's not too far from this location either. So we have a lot of these different things going on here. And the basis of my film Redgate was to go in here and investigate all these different things, kind of connect what's true, what's not true, and kind of connect all these different dots. So when I met up with Don with this photo, immediately, I don't know if I thought alien right away. I kind of think I had a mixed viewpoint on it, but it was kind of put forth as an alien. So I was kind of thinking a little bit in the area where this is at. This is pretty much on private property, and this is miles up in the mountains. And this is late at night in October where nobody would be. And that is a trail.
Except for me.
Yeah.
Creepy.
So that's a trail, and behind it is a long, steep hill, and right in front of it is going up a very steep hill. So it's, to me, it's impossible for me to think this is actually human, but a spirit or an alien I could believe, which just sounds funny, but that's just my viewpoint.
Hey, I buy it because I was the one that got it. Like the only other aspects you could look at out of the alien persona is there's a homestead about 100 yards up the draw, and the guy, historically speaking, came from Minnesota. He was a prized horse fighter, and he got killed by the natives in the 1800s. So you could tie it that way, but it just, characteristically speaking, it looks very paranormal.
I like aliens, so let's go with aliens.
Hey, sign me up.
So honestly, hey, who says aliens and the paranormal, like ghosts and stuff, aren't the same?
I agree.
You can have alien ghosts, guys.
Oh yeah.
Can you? Can you?
Yes, you
Johnny,
can.
you're-
Okay.
I said
you're
so
muted
right
again.
now.
I'm just the guy with a picture. Shit, I don't know.
Maybe it's a ghost of an alien, right?
See, that's what I'm talking about,
Maybe.
Johnny.
Maybe.
That's a good
Ooh,
explanation.
we got
hit
some
it on
good
your point,
questions
though.
in the chat, Willow.
This particular spot that you guys caught this picture on is known for alien activity, right?
Right. The history's deep.
So there's
paranormal.
there's a YouTube video. It's an old kind of shoddy shot little documentary they have on YouTube. I can send that link to you guys after the show's over, and it goes through. It's a purely alien film, and it's called Redgate, and the area is called Redgate, and there's a boatload of stories of alien sightings in this area just on that one film. The filmmakers go around town and get these stories.
There's a lot of stories. Yeah. Hey, hitting on your point earlier though, when I was on The Proof is Out There on History Channel like 2 years ago, they completely dissected my actual photo that you guys keep showing. And they broke it down to its bare minimum level. And the expert analysis said, yeah, this wasn't tampered with. Yeah, because this is an original photo. It wasn't tampered at all. So
Yeah, Carl
lady
does
in the-
have a good question, by the way. So do the animal photos that you get with this camera, do they come out clearer than this one did? Or do they all kind of come out kind of grainy like that?
They do. It depends on how fast they're moving. Like I've caught mountain lions and bobcats and whatever, so on and so forth, running through the frame. It's rare to not get at least 2 photos, though, how quick the trigger speed is. They do come out somewhat blurry with the infrared, but you always get at least 2, never just 1. And then the camera never dies after it takes a picture.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like there are several photos you can get that are like this. Like if you run really fast, infrared, it'll sometimes be blurry. But the fact that the location and the fact that it did not get any other shots off the camera, just died, is what's even like most.
That's a weird part to
Yeah.
that whole story. Yeah.
And I mean, like I've had trail cams set up.
Really?
Around my neighborhood, there's a thief, and we were hoping to catch him.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we've had, and yeah, it's really strange that would, like mine. I think they died because of elemental issues. But
Right.
yeah, it's very odd that they just all of a sudden die out of nowhere.
And that camera still doesn't work. Like I put batteries in it a couple months ago just for fun, just to see. And every setting you put it on, it just glitches. Just read your random code.
So what you have to do is you have to yeet it, okay? My computer broke and I got the blue screen of death the other day, and I just kept yeeting it until it worked. And guys, I am here today and my computer is working, so that is my theory.
Could you
just yeet it.
explain what yeeting is to me? I'm in Montana, so
From what I understand, yeeting is the word for throwing across the room.
wait.
Hey, it works.
Okay, but Don got up there.
Yeah. So
No.
that question.
So the point that Patrick made was about how steep it is behind and going up that hill.
Yeah, let's hit on that because and Pat knows this, but the access into where this camera was, there's like 4 people that have access. The guy owns, I used to work for this ranch. He's got 10,000 acres. To get to where the camera was, we had straight access to drive to. We had to walk a little bit. But from the public aspect to get in there, it's nearly impossible. And the camera was positioned lengthwise on the road. How it was crossing the road, it was going to no man's land. Like, it was truly, it was weird in itself. Even if I had a trespasser, it was just weird because they wouldn't be going that direction.
And to elaborate further on that is this land is owned by pretty much one person, and he knows everybody that's on his land at all times. And part of the trail cam set up for Don is to catch these people. So he would know if someone else is up there doing something. It wouldn't just be like a random person. And if the person was, so if you go to the image, you see it coming from the side. If a human being were to be accessing this via private roads or whatever, he'd be walking either towards the camera or away from the camera on that trail. Yeah.
Not across.
Yeah, not across.
So I have a question. Did you guys did you get a timestamp on the photo?
Yeah.
Do you know what it was?
Yeah, October 19th.
What time?
7 o'clock at night, I think.
Yeah, I can look it up here really quick.
Yeah, I have too, but
I'm writing down everything. So what was what was the year that
2018? I think. Pat, go ahead. I don't want to bring mine up.
Oh, because I'm gonna look up all the where the moon was
phase.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
moon phase.
Okay. I'm looking up everything, guys.
This is
I'm going down that Yeti hole.
Yeah, so the exact time was October 29th, 2018, 7:08 p.m.
Good.
And by this time in Montana, it is cold up there. It was like
cold, dark, and
it is not hiking time of the year.
And there is especially definitely not hiking gear on this.
No, there's
person.
nothing on them, right?
If anything, they naked.
Yeah, they're
naked. Yeah.
Do you normally have a lot of naked people running through that area?
You know what's happened. Don't get me wrong. I think
but there's not a beer in their hands, so that doesn't count, right?
You don't. It's a bottle of Crown Royal, so actually, it's debunked.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
That's what it was. No aliens. The interesting part is, I had about 6 or 7 cameras within 100 yards, maybe 200 yards of that camera. And I didn't catch anything that night. All my other cameras were good. But then that camera got that picture and killed it. And that was the fun part on History Channel. After this woman debunked it and said, oh, it's a guy in a hoodie. That's what on the proof is out there, she said. But then the host says, on a side note, Dawn didn't get anything else on the camera surrounding it. And making it a mystery.
There's no way that could be a guy in a hoodie. You can actually see a jawline.
Right.
There, you can see a neck there. That there is no way that's someone in a hoodie.
Thank you.
It's not someone who is a backpacker because there's no gear. There's nothing to indicate any kind of protective gear or clothing. And if it's that time of year and it's that cold, come on.
Right.
Come on, man.
Anybody else notice how it looks like there's a hole going through the front of his face?
It does look like an X-ray, almost.
It looks like. Do you?
It looks like there's an eyeball right above its mouth.
Yeah,
it's like a really cute little face.
You got the comparison photo, Pat?
I don't know if I could send it in this.
You can share it down below. Down below on your screen, there is a share function.
Yeah.
So I went back up there when this first started dropping, like a year after I got the picture. I came across one of my actually business partners now. He's like, man, we got to go back and we got to recreate this whole deal. You try to be a guy in a hoodie. And we got this comparison photo. And it's even more mind-boggling than just the original photo, for sure.
So this is a great question from Tabitha about skinwalker activity. While Patrick is uploading that, is there any skinwalker activity in the area?
Pat, you want to hit that? Because I mean, this valley is just full of paranormal. Like, there's 108 stories, I'm gonna say, plus of weird. So Skinwalker, though, I don't know in particular. I know reptilians and Arcturians, but Skinwalker.
So let's just make sure I have the definition of this correct. Skinwalker, in Navajo culture, is a harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal.
Creepy.
Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah. Usually it's a wolf. It's where a lot of werewolf legends come from.
Yeah, but they can actually shapeshift into pretty much
Anything.
anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the other segment of my investigation is there's been a lot of kind of eerie crimes and murders and stuff in this town, in this area called Redgate, that a lot of people, including myself, thinks might be tied to some kind of witchcraft or cult or something in that area is what we're kind of looking at. So when I read about this, and it kind of makes me think, could some of these activities and things that people have been doing in this cult kind of bring up this energy of different things? It could be like a skinwalker or something like that coming across. It's perfectly within the realm of possibility, I would say.
So didn't you say that this location is very isolated, Don?
Oh, I would say, let's see, let me think about this real quick. From where the picture was taken, I bet the closest actual establishment is 10 miles away. Minimum.
So I would say, just to give everybody a good perspective, when we talk about Redgate, we're talking about a big area in the mountains, and it's miles and miles of land. And it's really like one side of you have two sides of the valley, and both sides of the valley have these huge mountains. It's a beautiful place. But the one side of the valley, there's this mountainous area that all kinds of bizarre things have happened. And the area itself, it's called Redgate. So Redgate isn't necessarily like a specific like one little town location. It's kind of like a mountainous area that kind of encapsulates a certain part of the mountains.
Willow, this is a hilarious comment. I'm going to throw up the picture before we post the comment.
Is it Joe Biden? Is it Joe Biden? I heard that one the other night on a podcast. So
Brian says,
I think he has more hair than Joe Biden.
I would believe this is a runaway mime before I would say guy in a hoodie.
Pretty much.
I wish somebody would have said that to me.
Although
Seriously.
I do like Dan's comment. Looks like it's wearing a belt with pouches. I would say that
fanny packs are all the rage in Alienware, obviously.
Hey, I was on a podcast last week, and the guy on Expert in Aliens broke down this picture, and he said that this picture is an Arcturian alien, and Arcturians historically are into fashion and music. So maybe he is wearing a fanny pack for the fashionable sense of what it's worth,
And he's holding a drumstick? No?
Maybe. Maybe.
He's got something in his hands. I don't know what it is.
Little known fact. I actually started the fanny pack fad of the early 1990s.
I'm not surprised.
You're the one to blame.
I don't know you that well, but that
Johnny,
sounds like you, Bob.
I feel like, yes, that is a thing that I feel like
absolutely take credit for it.
So I got the comparison photo here I can share really quick for you.
Send it, Pat. Send it. This is fun.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you got Dawn on the left hiking up that exact same area, and then you got the alien foot on the right.
The hat's throwing it off, though. I mean,
sorry, I wore a hat. Shit, I'm bald.
He's trying to dress like the alien.
Well, you're horrible at dressing like an alien. I'm just throwing that out there.
I tried, but shit, don't yell at me.
Something that stands out to this the other day I was looking at is, do you know, like almost like a little bit of a dark frosting on the outside of this alien that kind of hovers around, almost like a silhouette across its whole
like
back?
Yeah.
It looks really weird. But also notice that
been running, Don.
I was. No, I truly was.
You need to be running faster.
Sorry, I'm not Usain Bolt. Like shit, I was trying, but I'm only white. Like damn.
I mean,
so judgmental. Damn.
We're gonna have to so much out of Don's commentary.
Yeah, keep swearing and shit. Or I mean, damn.
darn heckin'.
Yeah, friggin' froggin'.
I think also notice that two things stand out to me is like you can clearly see Dawn's shoes are black on the bottom. You see the alien, there's like nothing.
Yes.
And then although the alien looks like he might be looking to the side, you think if that was a human, you'd at least see like some kind of eyes or something like flare up kind of like Dawn's. It's not totally looking the other direction. So that's another thing that's kind of stood out.
It's that aura around the image compared to myself, I think, that really gets me. Yeah. Pat, you've been there. I don't like being there. It's a weird feeling.
You get up there, it's a lot of weird energy.
Yeah.
We've been there at night and stuff, and it's just.
Yeah, if you guys ever need somebody to go with you, I will hold anybody's hand.
No, wait, you're married. Did you say you're married? Oh, yeah, you're Mormon. Oh, hell. You're out. You're out.
And there's others that can take her place.
You got sign me up. All right, listen, I'm single as a Pringle, so sign me up.
I mean, I don't know how far holding hands is what base that is, but let's do this.
Yeah, let's.
I volunteer as tribute to go up the mountain.
I would hold your hand. Wait.
I'm very much curious
Johnny's
about
hand
this
or
place,
my
though.
hand?
Okay, let's not answer that question.
I held Pat's hand, so
a very wrong way.
Yeah, let's aliens, guys. Okay, so
aliens, guys. Shit.
So Patrick, I want to hear about. So you've talked a little bit about the movie. It's called Redgate. The film. Is it a documentary or is it? So tell us about it.
It started out when we first started out. It's kind of taken a whole other direction, but it started out several years ago. I started writing this about the same time that he caught this photo, but at the time I didn't know he had this photo because me and Don, I mean, we weren't really like friends. I hadn't seen Don in like 15 years. So.
Fuck you too, bud. I mean,
yeah.
Shit.
PG, I mean, sleep you too.
Yeah, because PG. I keep forgetting. Sorry.
I gotta look at my chat with my brother because I would have told him when I started writing the script. I bet it was around the same time that he shot this. But my script for Redgate was going to be very much more of a fictional narrative film, and it was going to be about the story. And the story of Redgate when we were kids, it was like this campfire story. We all hung out around the campfire, and they told the story of Redgate. And the story is there's a homestead up above the Durage Valley in the mountains. There's a homestead near this place called Emory. And Emory used to be a small little mining community with just a couple cabins and people would mine. There's a schoolhouse in there. The cabins are all gone now because no one lives in there anymore. But it used to be just like that. And the guy had a homestead. One day he came home from his work or whatever to his house on this homestead, and he went in and killed his wife and his two kids with an axe, shot them up. And then the next morning they saw him outside painting his gate red with their blood. And that was the original story of Redgate, which they're saying folklore, but
I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a bizarre. It's folklore, but now I'm kind of starting to question whether that's even folklore at this point, because now, according to Dawn, there is an actual homestead where this occurred at. I
got creepy stories from the actual homestead for real. Yeah.
So it started out like that, and then as the film went on, I kind of branched off into all these stories that happened throughout the years in this area, and made the film more about where it's kind of hard to tell what is going on within the film. And then the film eventually went from more of like a fictional narrative to like a documentary type film which is like 90% true. Like there's just a little bit of storytelling in there, but most of the film at this point is almost entirely true. And it all revolves around this area called Redgate, from paranormal activity and all these different things. One of the most gruesome stories in this area happened about 5 or 6 years ago. 6 years. There was a family living in this area just below the heavy mountain, but kind of just below where this photo was taken. And the guy came home one day. They had 3 kids. The guy came home one day. He shot his wife. He shot his 15-month-old daughter, went outside, shot his son who was 4 years old, shot his other son that was 5 years old, and put them all in this bed. And then he laid down himself before setting the house on fire and shot himself. So it was like a quadruple murder homicide that happened like 6 years ago. It's out of nowhere, completely out of nowhere. So, I mean, there's been a lot of bizarre things that have happened in this area, and the film is based on kind of all of it, and it kind of leads the viewer to kind of try to figure out what happened. We also have cults and different things, and we have people on here, like we have one of the highest percentages of drug use, including the drug meth, which people get on and go nuts and do crazy stuff. So there's all kinds of stories of people that have been methed out and done really crazy stuff. But that's kind of a nutshell what the film Redgate's about.
Okay.
It's I've said this before. I saw this the other day. We had a screening about it. The film is pretty much Signs meets Hills Have Eyes. If you guys have seen both those films. Oh, that's the film. Signs meets Hills Have Eyes, 100%. Because I'm this guy with a picture. I didn't do anything. Pat did all the work, but my perspective is that's where it sits.
Yeah, it's just
Tabitha,
crazy.
I'm with you on that.
Well, it's just crazy because the longer the longer I've gone on this project, which has been a couple of years now, the more bizarre things that I've been able to discover and find out. And Don's photo is one of the turning points where it's like, holy cow, there's a lot more going on here than I think I ever realized.
And I'm sure the history of the town itself sounds really cool, and that I would totally be up for
You should come down.
learning more about it.
Yeah, you want to hang out? Sure. You're not married, right?
No, unfortunately, we're all married. I mean, sorry.
What?
Have you seen
that?
Apparently, Don
Jesus.
thinks that this is a dating show.
Yeah, I thought this was Tinder. What? Am I missing something about this?
So, I mean, sorry.
If you guys ever seen Stephen King's movie or his book, It?
Yep.
So, Derry, Maine, that was how I would describe Deer Lodge,
Yeah,
Montana.
Good
Oh.
point.
You come in town, it has that weird vibe.
Spot
to it.
on.
My kind
Yeah.
of place.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of weird, making a movie that's going to be successful based on how much I can bash my hometown.
I just got a picture, so it don't matter. I don't have to say any of this. I just
But
look
it
at
is a good picture. I appreciate
you.
said picture. So
You should see my other pictures I've got on trail cam that are trippy, but we're not even going to that one.
I mean, let's go down
Next
this Yeti
podcast.
hole. Yes. Come on back.
Next
we will
podcast.
gladly do all the
Dissect.
pictures.
Yep, good.
Yes.
Johnny, you don't seem impressed right now. You
Yeah,
okay?
what are you sleeping? Wake up, bud. Wake up, bud.
And
he's muted.
And he's muted.
Yeah, that's why. He's been
Listen,
talking. the time.
this episode is so bonkers. I've been sharing it like crazy.
Thanks,
Oh
bud.
dear.
Thank you,
I
buddy.
appreciate
but
the,
that's how we get the views, Johnny.
That's right. And we've gone up 4 since I started. But hey, Dan Hollyfield asked a good question. Are there any other photos besides the one of you, Don, from near where that photo was taken?
Oh shoot, I don't know on that. Down the road, he has a couple other cameras set up. But
I got a bunch. Yeah, I got a bunch of cameras below, but
I think they're talking about like previous photos of animals in the same spot with the same camera.
I don't think so. I got a bunch of all around it, but that particular one.
yeah, you didn't set up another camera after that happened, did you?
No, I don't want to die, so I decided to
Well,
avoid it.
Carl and Dan are asking because they are skeptics, but they want to believe. So they are
Believe,
hoping for
Dan.
proof.
Believe, Carl. Please.
And
You're
they will
friends with me.
dissect. They will dissect everything we say.
So you tell
Well-
those guys to at least go look on the proof is out there on the Montana Alien episode and watch them dissect the photo. Actually, the other part of it was shit.
Is it with a scalpel?
was
I-
bad. I wish. Actually, it was on the guy that broke my photo down. You could tell he was all business. But then the anthropologist they brought on, she's like, "Well, this is compared to Bigfoot because it's bipedal, and I run trail cams, and this is a guy in a hoodie." Like, she had no idea.
It was
she was
bad.
coming or going. Like,
It was her. She doesn't make any logical points on
No.
it. It's just her opinion, pretty much. It's just like
it was bad.
For
Yeah.
me, I would love to experiment with that as much as you guys have with your trail cams, trying to recreate the picture, see how fast a person has to move in order to
Right.
get an image to be like that. But yeah, I want to see you guys try to recreate this picture and see if there's a way that
I'm going to go outside in the middle
That
of
means
my
that-
cornfield right now and try to recreate this photo.
honestly, anybody could grab one of these trail cams, put it on a tree somewhere, and go out at night and
Run
try
through
to run
just-
through it. Yeah,
I just don't want to go back. I mean, Pat, you know my feelings on going back to the spot. Like,
I
don't
really
wanna
want to
go.
go.
I don't
one of
wanna
those
go.
people that I'm one of those people where they're like, oh, this is a very haunted area. And I go to said area and bring something home. And they're like, why would you do that?
Yeah, why? Jesus.
I have problems, okay, guys? We know
noted.
this.
Noted.
I don't want to go up on trail cams at all with Don, because last time we did this, our camera started shutting down out of nowhere.
Bingo. We had a
I'm
weird.
curious. I would love to see you set up a bunch of trail cams around your homestead,
Well,
because
I run 120 of my own cameras, and I mean for 10 years, and this camera was the weirdest.
Yeah.
And I won't go back. I mean, I went back with Pat because.
And how old was this trail cam before it broke?
I was brand new in 2018. It was a $200 camera, and like I said, it's fried.
I'd be like,
still
warranty, guys. No.
But
no, because I didn't want to send it in because they'd send me some Chinese made. Oh, I can't probably say that on this podcast, but they'd send me a generic trail cam back, and I'd lose the main one that took this picture that I'm known for now. So I held on to it.
Now you put it in like a little Ziploc bag and be like, this is my precious.
It is. It is. The last podcast I was on, they're like, have you checked it for radiation? No. Should I? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not versed in the other.
Where is that trail cam that's fried?
I sit in my garage right now, hanging out.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go break into his garage, guys, and we're gonna do our own testing. I'm kidding.
Please do.
Well, what if we did an EMF thing on that trail cam and just see if there's any energy coming off of it?
Well, yeah, because I put 8 new batteries in. I don't know, like 3 months ago when this started coming around, and it's still every setting. There's preset 1, 2, 3, custom, and test. You go to any setting on there, it just flashes. Like it's never taken a picture since it took that picture, and I can tell it never will. So weird kick to the story, I guess.
No, that is interesting because me and my husband, we picked up a couple trail cams from Cabela's, and I haven't really picked up anything weird on my cameras, but it's I have one camera that did break, but again, I think it's elemental issues because
I mean, a guy that's truly I just say like a self-prescribed expert with 120 cameras last 10 years. I played this game and I know what that looks like. So I get weird pictures and I get weird glitches, which is one thing, but this was a completely different realm.
The thing that sells me the most of it is not necessarily the image itself, but the circumstances around it don't make any sense at all. Also, the image, I can't make out what the image is, and it looks naked and it looks whatever. But I mean, the circumstances around it just itself, like, how did that happen?
Yeah, like it does look like it's an X-rayed photo. And normally you get images, fairly clear images of animals or anything that walks in front of it.
And not just one. Usually you always get at least 2.
Yeah.
I've had like elk, deer, bears, whatever on a full run, and you'll always get at least 2. Not so much the third image, but you'll follow the trail, the whole path. This was one and done.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that what some people think is a pouch on a belt, I think that's a cybernetic attachment. That's a cybernetic hip. He is a cyborg.
Johnny, I love you.
Yeah, you're my hero, bud. Let's come to Montana. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And he's back to being muted.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm not the one doing it.
Yeah.
No, that was me. I've never been to Montana. I didn't know people actually live there.
Yeah, it's in Canada.
Beautiful.
It's in Canada, so. We ride horses to work and shit. I mean, shoot. Who has a PG podcast though? That's what I want to know. That's the weirdest part. But
that's weirder than an alien photo.
Yeah, like how do you talk about aliens and it's PG? Like I don't understand.
Because we are broadcast on Spotify, and they have very strict rules.
My son watches this show.
I'm sorry.
And no, it's okay. He's worse than you.
Oh, good. I feel
Kids
better.
are going to learn it sooner or later if they go to public school anyway.
No, he goes to a private Catholic school, surprisingly. I think that's what...
I thought you were Mormon. What?
Yeah? That told me nothing.
That's more alienish than my picture, but all right.
Yes.
Wicked.
Oh, man. You know what? It's been an hour. You guys are fantastic, and we've only just
scratched
the surface on this stuff, and I'm interested in hearing more about the movie Redgate. I'm interested in hearing more of what you capture on your farm or your homestead there, Dawn. Thank you guys so very much for joining us on our show. And it was a great show.
You can stay behind the scenes for a second, and we can talk after
I can swear behind the scenes.
I want to put up the address where people can see the film. Is there a website, Patrick?
Yeah, Pat, you talk.
Right now, it's going through the film distribution, the film festival circuit right now, and I'm looking for a distribution deal, hopefully within the next couple months, and then I'm gonna release it this year. So it's not available like right now, but it's going to be available once I get the hype train enough and sign a major deal for it. But if all updates right now, there's a facebook.com/Redgate film. And that should
find us on Facebook.
If you don't mind, I would like to show the trailer of it from your YouTube page.
Sure, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Do that. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, the suspense is killing me. This is fun.
I'm trying to stay silent, guys. It does not work.
You want to swear and stuff, right? Oh.
Deer Lodge, Montana.
There's just a lot of activity that is unexplained to this day.
They just caught this thing.
So I'm sitting here looking at these orbs of light that from right here to there, they look like marbles.
Hold on. I'm not getting anything. I'm sorry. Hold on a sec.
It was playing, Willow.
Was it playing?
Yeah.
I wasn't hearing it. Weird. I wasn't hearing it on my end, so I apologize.
Let's play it again. Pop it back up there.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
UFO sighting in the Redgate area near Deer Lodge has been a hotspot for UFOs and the paranormal, including one Deer Lodge resident who captured something very strange on a trail camera recently.
Deer Lodge, Montana.
There's just a lot of activity that is unexplained to this day.
They just caught this thing.
So I'm sitting here looking at these orbs of light that from right here to there, they look like marbles.
There are people that are calling this like the next Roswell. That's how many fucking sightings you have of UFOs, aliens, bizarre shit.
That's all they're going to be up there. Rats in a fucking maze. And they're going to have no idea what's going to fucking hit them.
No.
All right.
I love it. I can't wait to see. If you need an actress, I am horrible at acting, but I will gladly
stumble your way through it. Thank you.
I will. Yes, that is the story of my life. Yes.
We were just searching for one. We actually found an actress for us, but you should hit us up earlier.
I'll end this before it gets any weirder.